You ever feel nervous and you're not sure why? That's how I'm feeling right now. I think I know what it's about, though. I'm planning on taking you down to this really neat park that's really close to us. It's kind of down in this gully, and it almost looks like you're at a canyon. So it's really beautiful, but I haven't been there for over 10 years. There's something that holds me back from doing so many things, and it's gotten worse since 2022, which was the year I got COVID and then long COVID. And then I really was kind of a shut-in for a long time. I couldn't stand the confusion and noise. And so right now I'm in the process of trying to get myself to do things, to make my world a little bit bigger. And even just talking to you in these videos is kind of a challenge for me, where I'm not doing much editing. I'm just talking to you as if you were here with me. Now, if you were here with me, I wouldn't feel a little nervous about it. But it's just the idea of doing something different. And there are consequences for doing things different sometimes. Not everybody reacts to the change well, or they realize, oh, that's not what I wanted at all. That happens to me on this channel all the time. So maybe I've had some video and it's gone viral for me, and there'll be a lot of people come along and subscribe, sometimes thousands, and they do that without looking at my channel to see what my channel's all about. They subscribe based on that one video, and sometimes the video is quite different than anything else because of just what it is and how it happened. And then they'll see me start publishing my own kind of videos and where I'm talking, and then they'll go, oh, well, I'm not really interested in that. And so they unsubscribed. And at first, when that happened to me, I was like, oh, I've offended everybody. But now I know to kind of expect it. And I've also learned that, it's just okay. It's okay. You don't really want people to waste their time or to be on your list if they're not interested. It's not good for me, and it's not good for them either. So it's all right. So when that happens, and it always happens just really shortly after I've had a big video and I've had a lot of subscribers, I start playing a game with myself. How many is it going to be? And then when I log in and I look at the stats, I'm like, what is the number going to be? And I'm anticipating a lower number. And so I start playing a game with myself. And that's how I've learned to do that. Otherwise, you can just feel so rejected. That reminds me of a book I'm reading. Where did I put my other phone? The book is called, I want to make sure I get this right. Oh, here you can, I was going to show it to you, and then it went away so fast. It's right there. Backwards. Right there. It's the 5 Thieves of Happiness. And the 5 thieves are control, conceit, coveting, consumption, comfort. And then he has some chapters on how to get the thieves out of your house. So I've read 2 of them. I've read Control, and that one is really good. It is the idea that we can do what we can do. Like, I can make a video, or I could make a cake, or I could clean my kitchen, and so I can control that part, but I can't control what happens next. And it's when we are trying to control, or think we can control, or if we work hard enough on this thing that we can control the outcome, then that affects our happiness. It's like, I really have no ability to control how people react to my videos. I don't have any control over how you're going to react to what I'm talking about now. All I can do is just do what I do, and then, and it's the same thing like in my kitchen. I'll go in and I'll clean the kitchen, and nobody will be at home, and I'm really enjoying how peaceful it feels. But then my family will come home, and even though, they're supposed to do certain things, they don't always do those certain things, and just having them there is kind of chaotic. And sometimes that's a little hard for me. Ever since I got long COVID, it will kind of up and down. Right now it's a little harder because I'm trying to get over that cortisone shot I told you about. And so then I'll anticipate, there's going to be some chaos here, but I can't control it. I can't control if things are calm when they're home, or if they're kind of chaotic, and it's me that has to change, not them. can't control what happens at the park, which is actually making me kind of nervous because I don't know if there'll be a lot of moms with kids. It's pretty close to high school. I don't know if there'll be a bunch of high school kids down there. I just don't know. It might be really peaceful. And there are a lot of things that go around. There's a pond with ducks and everything. It may be totally peaceful. And I just long for peace. I just long for calm, quiet. And maybe someday I won't mind the noise, but it's just things that have happened to me. Chaos is a little hard for me. So I think that may be what's making me nervous. The answer wouldn't be for me just not to go, just because I'm afraid of what might happen. That's the first thief, is if you are tied into trying to control outcomes because you just can't, and that will make you unhappy. The second one is conceit. And now I have some problems with that chapter, which is what's really kind of getting me stuck. The idea of conceit is, and the way it spoils your happiness, is if you're just thinking about yourself all the time and what you want the world to be like. And so you're just really self-involved all the time. You're not even willing to consider that other people have the right to do what they're going to do. So that idea, that's a good idea. But then he goes off into New Agey things, Eastern religious things, which are contrary to what I believe. So it's one of those things where there's a lot of good, but then there's a lot of things that I just don't agree with, and it even kind of goes political, and I don't agree with that, so I'm like, what am I going to do with that? In some way, the conceit idea reminds me of pride, and there's a wonderful essay by C.S. Lewis in his book, Mere Christianity, about pride. I have read that so much and have underlined it and think about it, and C.S. Lewis's idea about pride is the worst thing is that it creates enmity between people, bad feelings and everything, and this idea that I'm better than you, and that is pride. Like, if you think in some way that it's good that you're better or you have more, then that's prideful, or even there's pride against God. You're not wanting him to have, like, the final say in everything. Here, let me give you an example. Let's say that your son is really good at soccer. You're proud of him that he's using his talents and he's done well and everything. That's perfectly fine. What's not okay is when you're proud of him because he's better than the other kids. It's not due to him. It's due to, he's better than the other kids. And you see, then that makes me better. I'm a better parent, or I'm extra smart, or he's extra smart, or whatever. That's the kind of pride we don't want. And to me, that, you see how that relates to conceit. C.S. Lewis ends that chapter with an interesting thought, because we want to go towards humility and love and everything. But he said, as soon as you think that you're humble, then you just proved that you're proud, because a truly humble person will always believe that they're being proud, because they can see the flaws in themselves. They can hear the conversations going on in their head, and they can know, well, that's not exactly the way I should be thinking right now. Yeah, it's a big topic. So I was thinking about that this morning, and like, this guy is, to me, just feels off. What do I do about that? And then it occurred to me, maybe you ought to try rewriting the chapter just for yourself. Take the things that you believe about it, and it doesn't have to be long, but just kind of rewrite it. And I thought, what an interesting idea. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I could do that with other books that I read where there's so much good in it, but then there are some things that just are contrary to what I believe. Then that gives me a chance to kind of work it out, how I'm feeling. I'm here at the temple right now. I'm in a parking lot, which is why I'm in a dress. I haven't worn one of these, big scarves for so long, and it's a little chilly, but it's not bad chilly, and I just feel a little wild, so I put the scarf on. So I'm wearing a long dress. So if you see that, you'll know. So the temple's like where we do religious type things. It's a real special place to us. All right, so let's go down to that park and check it out, because I need to do things that scare me a little bit. Is there anything that you're holding yourself back from doing because it's a little scary? I hope I'm not the only one that has that problem. I'll tell you another thing that's scary about this. I am not used to going outside and talking to myself filming. Oh, there's the ducks. Here, look. They're like, here comes a person. Here. Why, those ducks were prepared for this. There are ducks over on the other side too. Look at over there. Not pretty. Whoops. They're like, you dropped a whole bunch. Are you guys getting full? I brought a whole piece. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that just in case I run into some more ducks. Good gravy. I just was filming and talking quite a bit. Didn't realize I didn't have it turned on. But look at this back here. You see? That's really cute. And then they've got all these like picnic tables and stuff. We'll go look at those. Oh, I gotta get on the path. I am feeling so weird right now. This is definitely out of my comfort zone. It is such a pretty day though. I can see the snow up on the mountains over there. It feels like really early fall when you get just that little snap, but it's not cold yet. Okay, I need to do things. I just really need to do something. I just do something every day. Every other day I need to do something. My default is, let me go down to Home Goods. Although I do want to go to Home Goods and TJ Maxx and see if they have any Snoopy mugs. That's the only place I can really find them. Okay, we're going to go in here. Let me show you this. Now this is the part that feels like you're up in the mountains. And it's quiet in here. It's peaceful in here. I took my daughter's engagement photos back in here years ago. She's not married to him anymore, but the photos were really pretty. But you can see that. Let's like come over here. Pretty background. Ah! Bench in the sun, I prefer the shade. It seems like at one point there were picnic tables back here, but I'm probably remembering that wrong. See these little paths? This is a fun place to take kids. Oh, I just keep thinking we used to do so many things, and then I was working for that company, and my life was just worn out with that and having fiber and working that hard. And then I got sick, and I just stopped doing things. What kinds of things could I do? I have this list that I printed out from Pinterest. I found it on Pinterest. And it was 107 things that you can do that don't cost you money. And there were a lot of items on there that were just stuff you'd expect. Some of them cost money. If you're going to have a party for your friends, you're going to have to spend some money for the stuff for the party. So I'm reading along. It's pretty good. Then you get over on the one side, the right side, and whoever wrote this, I have no idea who, started like, oh, think of an idea for a business. Oh, start a blog. Oh, take a course, a free course about blogging. And it turns into 50 ideas of what you can do to basically end up buying their things so that you could save money, so you could make money. I felt like, well, that's false advertisement. So maybe I need to come up with a list, and maybe I could with your help, of 100 things you can do that are fun without spending money. So that's a thought. Maybe we could do that, because I'm trying to do things without spending. I never told you, but in September, we did a low buy month because my husband's check was only $68. So we had our Social Security. He has a little federal retirement, and by little I mean little. It was $250. Our one son pays us some rent, and then I had a couple hundred from YouTube. But his check is the most important one. But when he's a bus driver, if they don't drive bus, they don't get paid, and it was summer vacation. So his check was $68, and I'm like, whoa, we need to come to as low as zero spending money. And we did good. We got through it. I just kept thinking, there has to be fun things we can do. You know, unusual fun things. I mean, having a movie night, that's expected. You know, just some fun things. And so I'm going to do some looking around on Pinterest and stuff and see if I can come up with a good list of things. But maybe you have ideas. But look at this. I'm wearing fall. We've got fall. We've got fall leaves here. And it just has a nice little fall feeling here. It's perfect here. I need to have some really remarkable thing to tell you, but I don't. That's the thing with these. I'm going to chat with you. I don't know how remarkable I'll be, but let's keep walking. I don't know if I want to go clear around that lake, or do I? That's going to take me a while, but it's like, why am I in a rush? I get kind of anxious when I'm gone too long. I get anxious when I go downstairs too long. And that has to do with all that time being sick. Happened to be at my room, and there was a period of time I couldn't go down and eat downstairs. I was just too sick, and then you get used to it. You get used to staying in it. And then it gets to be so you're like nervous going downstairs. It's not hard for me when nobody's home, but it can get hard for me when someone's home. I'm telling you some more secrets. That's the problem with these videos. I keep telling you secrets. Oh, we've got more ducks over here. A whole bunch of them. So let's go feed them the rest of the spread. Oh my gosh. I was sitting there filming these ducks going crazy, and I didn't have the camera on. But look how many there are. And as soon as they saw me, half of them came swimming from over on the other side of the pond. So, you missed the fun because I didn't realize I didn't have the camera on. Okay, fellas or ladies, we're all finished here. Okay, that was fun. Okay, ooh, let's wait. There's some people coming. Let them go by. Okay. Oh, this is a good place to walk your dog. I need to bring Stella down here. You see, I'm seeing all these things. I should bring a picnic. I should bring my grandkids down here. My one granddaughter's been begging me to take her to this one chicken place. I had to take her there, and then we bring it here and eat it. There's so many possibilities, and I haven't been doing these things. In some ways, I feel like I'm waking up, but I'm trying to figure out, what do I do? So, just deciding that I'm going to talk to you every day, or not every day, but a lot of days, is kind of forcing the issue, because I don't want to just sit and do the same thing every single time I talk to you. And there's so many things I could be doing. So I'm like, okay, let's make a list. Maybe the things I could be doing, and maybe some of the topics I could be talking about. And then I won't feel so nervous. Pretty. I'm sitting here thinking, I have been wound up about all the wrong things. I've spent so much time researching what kind of videos I should make instead of just living. Okay, I'm getting hard on myself right now. What is it that Maya Angelou said? When you know better, you do better. So you do the best you can, and then when you know better, you do better. So I'm kind of figuring out, okay, look at that. Oh my goodness. Look look at that. I could have been coming down here every single day. I could have gone for my walk every single day. Maybe not when it's really deep snow, but look. That's what I've been missing. And it takes me less than 5 minutes to get here. Maybe 5 minutes with the parking situation. I'm feeling kind of speechless right now. Is there anything in your life you're missing? Take some deep breaths. Let yourself get bored so that your mind will wander and think of the things that you're missing. And then say, what can I do so that I'll stop missing these things? It's kind of sad, really, when I think about it. It's like I've been punishing myself. Don't do what I've done. Don't miss your life. I know a lot of us have health problems, and it's hard for us. I feel better just coming down here, and I could have felt better. I'm just speechless. I'll see you tomorrow or the next time. Bye.